Welcome to Leading Off, everybody. It is a new host day here. I am your host for the day, Scott Bogman, joined by KC Bubba. Bubba, what is going on, my friend?
What is up, Boggs? It's been a while since you and I have sat and chatted on the mics, at least with the cameras rolling, and I'm really looking forward to this to see where we get going. But a lot of fun. I'm glad they took the keys away from me and gave them to you today.
Yeah, I was a little surprised, but I don't mind hosting at all. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. We are going to, of course, do all the normal stuff that you guys have seen. We're going to go over headlines. We've got a deep dive for you here. We're going to give you our home run picks and bets, do 3 up, 3 down, all of the stuff as normal. So it's going to be a regular show, even though the Welsh is not here. So, Bubba, how fun was it? I just want to start with this. How fun was it to watch Edwin Diaz completely melt down last night?
I love how we flipped the script right out the gate. It was glorious. I've told people on the show Thursday nights, bench Bubba in the Bloom, we do our Fab preview. I always have a game on the background, and I just look up halfway through the show, and I just see the implosion starting. And I'm like, okay, I'm like 2 guys on, nobody out. He can't get anybody out again. And then just to watch it just unravel and unravel and unravel. And then they go to Vestia and the 2-run single by Bowers. And then McGill shuts it down and Dave Roberts looks like a rat. Everything was absolutely amazing. It was a glorious night because I was telling people in my Discord that I taught my daughter a lot of things in life. And she's only 6, but there's certain things she remembers. And one is we hate the Dodgers. Yep. Second is we love the Giants. And third is we like whoever's playing the Dodgers. So last night she was a Brewers fan, and we were having a great time with that. And yeah, I know you asked about Edwin Diaz, but it's a domino effect of just emotions when that took place.
Yeah, look, everybody hates the Dodgers now. It's my favorite. I love it. I love that everyone dislikes the Dodgers as much as I have from day one of being a baseball fan. So, look, I hate that they've won, and that's what's doing it, and that they're spending more money than everybody else, but it is fun to see Edwin Diaz completely melt down. Could not happen to a better guy. But before we get into the meat here, let me remind you guys, if you want the chance to win a $50 FantasyPros shop code and snag some of our new Leading Off swag, this is your shot to enter. Just leave a comment on any of our Twitch streams at twitch.tv/FantasyPros. As always, Twitch subscribers get a 1.5 times odds boost at winning, just as a thank you for your support. All right, Bubba, let's talk about Kyle Schwarber going deep into the cornfield twice in the Field of Dreams game. Certified corn star is what they're calling him now, I believe. So great double dong day for Kyle Schwarber, and just a fun tradition that we have in baseball. I love this game.
It's awesome. It was slightly tilting for the old man that I am, that I got home and I'm like, let's turn the game on. Oh, that's right. I had to go turn Netflix on. So that was a whole different thing. But that's a whole other conversation for another day. But yes, it was awesome. I love it. The pomp and circumstance. Every once in a while, we can just kind of remember baseball's supposed to be fun. And this is kind of one of those things. Like, I don't mind when they do the Williamsport games. You have all the Little League kids and they ride the buses, stuff like that. The Field of Dreams game is great, and they actually already agreed to bring it back next year. And right before the game, they announced it's the Red Sox, and I believe it was the Royals. I got it right here. Bear with me, but
keep it kind of local. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
That makes more sense. So that's already being announced for next year. Yeah, Red Sox and Royals. I was right. Yeah, are coming next year. So it'll be cool to see. Schwarber's awesome. To your original question, the first one was just a moonshot into the corn. Second one, it trickled over, but a home run's a home run, and we have a good time with it.
Wall scrapers count just as much as a 500-footer. Over the fence is over the fence. You're absolutely correct there. That was a fun game. Like, did you see the Hall of Famers coming out of the corn? That was pretty cool, man.
That's cool. And the worst, see, this is, again, I think that was absolutely awesome. But it's like, how do you top that next year? Do you just bring out the same Hall of Famers, or like, what are we doing? That's the tricky part. But it was awesome, and I think they should do it every year, because some of those guys aren't going to be around a whole lot longer. But it also showcased, Boggs, we are old enough. Those were players we watched when we were younger, because they're the new Hall of Fame classes. So that kind of was cool in a different way.
Yeah.
We're not talking Eddie Matthews on this show, folks. Sorry.
Yeah. We get a game and we get a look at our mortality, all in the same
well, wasn't that the movie Field of Dreams in a nutshell?
You know what? 100% correct. Can't believe it wasn't on whatever. What is Kevin Costner's show that everybody loves that I've not watched yet?
Yellowstone.
God, I keep wanting to call it Outback. I don't know why. I'm just hungry. So, no blooming onions in that show?
No
I'm
blooming
shocked.
onions. No boomerangs. Nothing like that.
Oh, man. No dingoes? That is tough. Let's talk about Braxton Ashcraft being the first MLB pitcher to throw 9 innings with 10 Ks in a shutout with fewer than 86 pitches. He threw 85. First one to ever get a complete game shutout with 10 Ks on 85 pitches. That is pretty unbelievable.
It's very, very unbelievable and impressive and tilting because I was starting to drop him in certain places because it's been brutal. And he almost pulled off the Maddox to top it off. Like he hit up a home run in the 9th to Owen Casey.
Oh, he did give up that bomb. Yeah.
It was just like he nearly had the Maddox with the 85 pitches, with the 10 strikeouts. You name it, he almost pulled it all off, which was even more impressive if you really want to break it down. But it's good to see him bounce back. I thought he was hitting a massive wall because his previous 7 starts was a 6.81 ERA, 27 runs in 35 innings. It was a brutal run, but he showcased those skills against a Marlins team that is peskier, I think, than people realize. So
they have been pesky
really
all
impressive.
year. Are you do you feel safe throwing Ashcraft back out there after this good start, even though he had been rocky leading up to this one?
I'm still nervous. Like I dropped him in a couple 12s. I have him in some 15-team leagues. Looking ahead at his upcoming schedule, Mr. Ashcraft gets to face next week. It's the Detroit Tigers, which is one of the best offenses in baseball over the last 3 or 4 weeks. So that's scary. But then the following week is at San Diego, at St. Louis. San Diego's heating up, but that could be interesting. It's still a case-by-case basis with me on Braxton Ashcraft.
How about the Tigers getting the first shutout with no strikeouts since 2014 yesterday? Very weird stat. I don't think, Sarah Langs always brings the heat with these, right? But, this was a very weird one in this shutout with no strikeouts. And I don't know. What were your thoughts here on the Tigers getting no Ks in a shutout?
It's very strange, especially in this era of baseball where everyone swings and misses at the world. It feels like it's an air conditioner around the diamond. But the Guardians, they managed to hold it in check, I guess. But very surprised because, to your point, to have a shutout means you probably struck some guys out. But the fact that all 27 outs put the ball in play, their odds should have been better. So it is very fluky, nonetheless. But I almost wonder if it's worse that they didn't get a strikeout or they actually got the shutout.
Yeah. I definitely the shutout. Let's score some runs. What are we doing?
Exactly.
It's 2026. Score some damn runs. Cleveland 16th, so dead in the middle here. 21.8% strikeout rate on the season. So, not good, not bad, but dead in the middle, and the team that just did not strike out that night for whatever reason. So, very strange here. We do have some questions I see in the crowd here. Lee Gold says, hopefully you handsome gents get to this question. Rest of the season at first base, are you going with Wilson Contreras or Michael Busch, Bubba?
Rest of season, I like the talent of Wilson Contreras. I'm nervous because they said he's playing through a hamstring injury. So that could pop up at any moment. I'll still say Wilson Contreras, just buyer beware.
And then he has another one. Drop one, Lodolo, Schwarber, or Peralta.
Oh, geez, Louise. Can you drop all 3? I'd probably say Lodolo's the worst out of the 3 for me, but they're all really bad.
Peralta's last start was okay, right?
And I discussed that last night. Is he's made 2 starts with Tampa Bay now. He's really lowered the fastball usage and the changeup usage has gone up. And who knows if that matters? He pitched well in Sacramento, to your point. I think it comes back to, we always say the Rays kind of have a pitching factory and they know how to fix guys. So maybe this is their way of starting to fix him, and we'll have to wait and see. I'd still probably sit him for his next start. It's a little tricky, but has a nice schedule coming up.
Yeah. Peralta, though, like his first start with the Rays was in Colorado, and it was so funny. I was watching Quick Pitch, and they were like, look, Freddie Peralta in Colorado has really great numbers, gets hammered, and then went out and threw a gem the next time out. So hopefully the Rays are fixing him. We'll see. I think he's the last one I would drop there, but Fromber has been okay on occasion. But I feel like Fromber this season has been a roller coaster, right? Like he's either really good or really bad. There's no in between. He's Ricky Bobby as a pitcher, right?
Yep, and he's a great teammate to top it off. So he's got all that going for him. But next week, Framber's got a two-step at Pittsburgh and at Kansas City, two struggling offenses. So you're probably going to roll the dice on that one and see if Ricky Bobby's first, not last.
Did we see Cade Cavalli take a no-hitter into the 7th? And he finished with 8 scoreless, 8 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 10 Ks against the Cubs, who were really hot the night before.
Yeah, it was absolutely impressive. And it's one of those, was it a letdown game for the Cubs or was it a great start for Cavalli? And I'm going to lean towards the Cavalli side because it's one of those things. He's kind of had some off the field antics that have getting tossed for throwing at guys, this, that, and the other. But former high end prospect, injuries have ruined him for the last few years. But he's pitching great. He's a locked in week to week starter. His last 12 starts, 3 earned runs or less in every single start for a 2.82 ERA. He has a 2.99 Sierra, which is outstanding over those 12 starts. More importantly, over a 22% K to walk. So he's getting it done with the control and the strikeouts. He's turning into a legitimate top-end starter for the Nats and a locked-in fantasy pitcher, and he proved it against a very good Cubs offense, to your point.
Who was it on the Nats that just passed their 10-year service, and then they released him? Was that Littell?
That was Mr. Oh, come on, buddy. It was, wasn't it Mr. Miles Mikolas?
That's right, Miles Mikolas.
Or it could have been Littell. I think it was Mikolas.
You're right.
Both of them give up home runs with the best of them, but yes.
I get them confused. Yeah, but pretty classy move by the Nationals. We like that, of course. Before we move on here, I remind you guys to follow. If you're enjoying the stream, follow us so you don't miss the next stream. And if you want to support the channel, unlock emotes and watch us ad FREE free, consider subscribing. It helps us keep these streams going. Bubba, we also had, outside of Edwin Diaz sucking, a deep dive to go over here. Jackson Merrill is your guy. Let's talk about him. He has been white hot, white hotter than Ulf the White from House of the Dragon.
Well done. Good. That's outstanding.
Hey, it's not my first day. Look, he's white hot right now. Tell us, what is intriguing you about Mr. Jackson Merrill outside of making Callie happy because we get to talk about a Padre?
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight some things because it was, in 2024, he has his rookie season. Everyone thinks he's this great thing, hit 292, 24 homers, 16 steals. Last year, a lot of injuries, really rough year in 115 games. This year, it started out slow, like really slow. If you want to just like break down the simple splits of things that, we can always predict with. The first half for Jackson Merrill, he hit 219 with 10 home runs. Not what we're looking for there. He had he had 19 steals. That was kind of what was carrying him, kind of like Tatis in the first half with the Padres. But what we've seen in the second half for Merrill, he's hitting 343, 9 home runs, 4 stolen bases, which is outstanding. And it comes with really, really good skills with Jackson Merrill. He has on the season a almost 11.5% barrel rate, 47% hard hit rate. But over at Bubba and the Bloom, we have some spreadsheets that Ryan puts together. And over the last 30 days, when you're looking at last 30 days, the leader in barrels over the last 30 days is Jackson Merrill. He has 16 barrels over the last 30 days. He has which is better than Matt Olson, who has 15. Luis Garcia Jr. has 13. Austin Riley, Pete Alonso, so on and so forth. So Jackson Merrill is squaring it up, and the results have followed in the power department. Now on the season, he's up to a whopping 19 homers and 23 steals, hitting 247. So the average might be down, but he's going to have a 2020 season. He's going to have a better season than he did in 2024. And I just wanted to highlight it because it feels like it's kind of not – it's starting to get talked about. I'm not going to say it's not. It's starting to get talked about more and more, but it seemed like everyone was all over, just done with him after the slow start to the first half of the season. And if you believe in your XBAs and your X slugs and all that stuff, he's still underachieving according to all these stats, which is very, very interesting to see. So I love what we're seeing from Jackson Merrill. A lot of similar profile stuff, but more importantly, squaring the ball up, tons of power coming with it. And that is resulting in a massive, massive comeback season in 2026.
There's a lot of guys that have like just crazy halves in just whatever it is. They needed the break. They changed something in their mechanics, whatever it is. and the second half pops off. This is one of the more dramatic ones that we've seen recently. You remember, of course, I'm a Diamondbacks fan, so I always remember this season, but remember 2023, Gino Suarez was halfway through the year. They were talking about on the radio in Arizona constantly about him getting cut.
Yep.
Like he was going to be released from the team. And then he had that monstrous second half. Looking at Merrill, I think you went through the numbers, but just to put a point on it again, 219 in the first half is what he hit. 200 in March and April, 200 in May, 220 in June. That jumped to 300 in July. He's hitting 362 in August, 343 in the second half after hitting 219 in the first half. The counting stats have been there, right? Mm-hmm. He had 10 homers in the first half and 19 swipes. The swipes have slowed down a little bit. He has 4 in the second half, but he has 9 homers in the second half as well. So this is a dude that looks like he's going to win people money. And I don't know, man. Sometimes, do you find these guys to be overpriced in the second half? Or I'm sorry, in the next season after a monstrous second half?
That happens a lot. And that's where it's going to be interesting. I know on the upcoming shows here, boys will bring it up. But on Tuesday night, the 18th, doing our yearly meatball DC draft for 2027 that everyone talks about. So we draft the first 15 rounds of our next year. It's a legit league we pay for. We play out 15 of us. And I'm really curious where Jackson Merrill goes, because that's kind of why I wanted to bring up this conversation. He's playing himself in a 15-team league. He's in the second or third round right now, which is because he's going to finish probably 25-30 with like a 250 average. Those are big boy numbers.
Those are.
And that's where it's like, do you believe it? Do you not? Because that's your point, is he is going to get elevated. And last year he was like a 7th, 8th round pick, not really talked about. He's going to enter into the second or third round, which becomes very, very interesting. And that's kind of what I wanted to bring him up for. Is he worth it? I think so. He's 26 years old, for crying out loud.
Yeah, he is still very young. Let's get to a couple questions that we've had here too, Bubba. Solar Flare says, keep Soto in the first, Rice in the 5th, or McGonigal in the 20th?
Soto in the first, Rice in the 5th, or McGonigal in the 20th. Oh, man, I'd probably go McGonigal in the 20th, just because if you can keep him there forever, that's a gift. You won't find anybody that good in the 20th, but Rice in the 5th is pretty sweet too.
Yeah, all 3 decent options. Like, taking Soto in the first isn't a problem. He's a first-round pick. He's going to go in the first if you let him go back. So that makes sense, but I want the deal. McGonigal is the guy out of that group. Ben Rice is a great deal too, but McGonigal's just too good. Life with 5 drop Weaver to pick up Justin Martinez coming back. Weaver has only pitched once since he was traded.
Yeah. Can you pick up Ben Joyce, or can you pick up another guy that's trying to close games? I get the appeal of Justin Martinez. You'd probably have a better insight being the D-backs guy, but I think he still has a couple more rehab starts, and then he has to work his way back in to the back end there with Brandon Garcia and company. It is weird, though. Weaver gets traded. Everyone thinks he's the automatic closer, and he hasn't even sniffed the mound more than once.
Yeah. And they're calling that a committee still, too, right?
Yes, so, Mason Montgomery's still getting his usage.
Yeah, very weird. Look, I think that as soon as Justin Martinez comes back, he's the closer. He did just move his AAA, his rehab assignment to AAA yesterday, I believe. So his next couple of innings are going to be at AAA. So I don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay dropping Weaver for Justin Martinez, but I do think, didn't Natera get the save last night for the Angels?
I don't know about last, I can tell you.
No, okay, so I'm looking at it. It was Joyce on Wednesday and Natera on Tuesday, and that's a righty-lefty difference.
Well, and Natera wasn't available. He picked back-to-back. So that's why we're still trying to sniff this one out, because there wasn't a save chance Thursday. So what comes of this, even though I think Joyce should be the closer, but we'll see how that goes.
I'm with you. Let's see. BD says, did the Braves do it again with Molly? They always get guys that are mid at the deadline, and then they somehow become key pieces. That is true. I feel like the Rays do that a lot, which kind of made me, intrigued on Freddie Peralta. And after his last good start, I don't want to cut him just yet. If you held on to him this whole time, give him one more start, I would say. But what are your thoughts on Tyler Molly?
I almost made Molly the deep dive, and I'm glad BD asked this question, because I tweeted this out last night, and I've been paying attention to it for some fab stuff. But Tyler Mahle was actually pitching well before he got traded, but the last 5 games with the Giants, and if you want to include the 2 with the Braves so far, Mahle has a 2.93 ERA, a 3.53 Sierra, a 19% K to walk, and a 12% swinging strike rate. He's been very, very good, like very, very serviceable. 6 of his last 7 starts, he's given up, I think, 3 runs or less. He got 5 starts in 1 outing. Mahle's been very good, and the strikeouts have started to tick up. Will he be perfect every start out? No. Can you use him for the rest of the year? More likely than not. So I think the Braves got her done on this one.
Yeah, I Molly's a guy that I've always liked. You know, he's going to get strikeouts, but he might give up 7 on his way there, right? Like,
Yep.
So I was excited to see him go to San Francisco, and he was like a late round dart throw in a bunch of my drafts, and then, you know, he's obviously been dropped since then, but glad to see him going to Atlanta and getting on track. Jay Chow says, Bush got dropped in my home league. Should I drop Bell or Torque for him, who've both been good recently? They have been good.
They've been very good lately. So I would drop Bell for Bush. I know they're both streaky, but I'll take Torque in that Red Hot Tigers offense right now.
What do you think, Jackass? What do you think about Ortiz from the Nationals?
Abimelec Ortiz. Well, I believe I have something on him later on when we talk about rounding bases, but I'm a big fan of his. He's already got the power. I think he's got 4 home runs since he was recalled, hitting over 300. There's going to be swing and miss in that swing. There's no doubt about it. He's going to sit versus lefties. The Nats have a lot of righties on the schedule, tons of pop. I'd roll with that while you can.
Nice. All right, let's go to some fun facts I found here. Schwarber, well, really, Sarah Lang's found these, but Schwarber is on the heels of Babe Ruth for the most home runs in his first 5 seasons with a team. That is fairly incredible, and he is chasing down Mookie Betts right now for the most multi-homer games from the leadoff spot. What are your thoughts on a couple interesting stats here for Mr. Schwarber, the corn star?
The corn star, and real quick. Okay, sorry. This is what we do here. I'm not elaborating on that because as they say, as Hulky say, I keep it PG, brother. But did you watch the post game of that when Anthony Rizzo came out and made all the dad jokes about hot dogs and corn and made it a corn dog?
No, I didn't see it.
Dude, he gave up because they gave him like the Nike letter or the Netflix Letterman jacket for being the MVP of the game. And they brought it was crazy.
Oh, that's great. I'm gonna have to watch that. Yep.
But it goes deeper because Rizzo and Schwarber were like best friends from the Cubs, so that's what made it funny. But to your point here, if anybody deserves to be in a conversation with Babe Ruth, it's probably Schwarbaum's. Not necessarily because he's going to hit 700 home runs someday, but more so that look at the two. I think Schwarber's got a late start to get there, but look at the two that it fits the mold. Schwarber leading off and doing this is what is the more impressive one to me because like we grew up and Ricky Henderson was hitting home runs. He was just doing his thing, and that's all you remembered. And it kind of felt like a dying breed after a while. But now you look at all these guys doing it, and it's impressive. And to have Schwarber in that conversation because he's not your prototypical leadoff hitter, but it's really cool to see him on all these charts and getting the love he deserves. Because more importantly, second straight year he's hitting for average. Like he's fantasy viable right now.
I mean, just imagine if Matt Stairs played in this era. He would be Kyle Schwarber, wouldn't he?
Yeah, 100%. It'd be glorious just watching his stairs and that greasy mole going out there. Like, goodness gracious. What the kids don't understand these days, what we got to enjoy. It's just good times.
Another very interesting one from Sarah Langs. The Mariners snapped the 6-game losing streak with a 1-0 win. Weston Wilson is the first Mariner to hit a homer in a 1-0 game against the Yankees. They've played 464 regular season games. The Yankees lead that series 269-195, 10-6 in the playoffs. So just an interesting one out of nowhere. I wouldn't even know how to filter down to find this. I mean, it's probably just one of those, okay, let's go look at all the 1-0 games that the Mariners won against the Yankees, and this is the only one that was won on a solo shot.
Yeah, God bless Sarah Langs, because like you said, where do you even start to begin down this rabbit hole? But it's great because my co-host Bloomfield, Mariners fan, was tilting even the fact they won. He was furious. Even when they win, it's horrible. Weston Wilson, of all people, it's a freaking solo home. Oh, he's like angry at the whole thing. And then to see this stat pop up, it's hilarious because, I don't even know where you'd begin with this. But at least when the crime dog did it, it made sense. But that's also the Devil Rays, not the Rays, folks, the Devil Rays. So
the Devil Rays, of course.
Yeah, that's an impressive stat to put together there.
You remember when the Rays were fining people $1 every time they said Devil Rays when they switched to Rays? That was fun.
Yeah, it's fitting. They also eat dinner at 3:30 in that town, so it's okay.
Oh, we found a Rays hater. Before we move on here, let me tell you, if you want to unlock every premium Fantasy Pros tool for 3 full days for free, go to fantasypros.com/free. You can sync your league to see exactly how to optimize your roster and win your week. You get full access to the waiver assistant, the trade analyzer, and more. Start your trial now at fantasypros.com/free and experience the ultimate edge. All right, Mr. Bubba, 3 up and 3 down. 3 up from yesterday. The first one, Jared Triolo, 3 for 4, a homer, 3 runs, 3 RBI, 1 walk. Jared Triolo obviously hitting at the bottom of the lineup there, but this was a nice performance. Is this somebody that we need to keep an eye on as a potential, guy that can move up the lineup or anything like that? Or is this just a pretty nice day for him and we'll take it and move on?
It's a nice day, but he's always kind of been like a deeper league radar because he's eligible at like 3 positions. He can hit for average, but don't expect like massive performances. But yeah, if the Pirates are clicking, that's not a bad name for a deeper league.
How about performance number 2 here was Caleb Durbin, 3 for 5 with a homer, 5 RBIs, and the 1 run from the bomb.
The Durbinator continues to run wild for the Red Sox. The 1 bomb was a grand slam, by the way. Like he's crushing it, and it's been a heck of a second half for him.
Logan Gilbert, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 0 runs, 1 walk, 7 Ks at the Yankees.
And a Weston Wilson, thank you. So that's what Logan Gilbert gets to enjoy. Yeah, the Mariners pitching is so tilting. Gilbert, I guess, is the most consistent out of the bunch, but the Woo, Miller, they've all had their ups and downs, but he got it done in the Bronx on Thursday.
Speaking of Mariners pitchers, how do you like Luis Castillo having 10 Ks the other night? What? Where has this been?
Have you met the Cincinnati Reds by chance?
They are. We'll be talking about them a little later in the show as well. I'll be taking advantage of those strikeouts. The 3 down, Stephen Kwan, 0 for 4. His on-base streak ended at 27 games.
Yeah, I apologize. Like that was one of the headlines on Wednesday. Extended it to 26 games, and then he just goes and blows. I'm just ending things left and right when they let me host this show. No wonder you're in the chair.
Maybe this is my last time in the chair then. We'll see. Jazz Chisholm, 0 for 4, 3 Ks versus Seattle. Obviously, Logan Gilbert had his number.
Yeah, Jazz is one of those streaky guys. Like, end of the year, his numbers are fine, but you almost can't even watch his day-to-day or you'll just get annoyed.
And then Kevin Gossman in his second start for the Cubs. 4.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 6 earnings, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts at Washington. They really got him.
Yeah, it's a rough one. When the split's not splitting, you're in big trouble, and the Nats have a ton of power from the left side. So they got to him in that one. That's going to probably happen more often than you like.
This is, I see in the comments here, CCD goalie, Jazz is almost droppable. Would you call Jazz droppable at this point? We obviously are late in the season. He's on the struggle bus. We know the upside is incredible, though. But in a short window, what are your thoughts?
If you're in a shallow, like 10-team or less, I can understand it. It's still 17 homers and 31 steals. But yeah, it's 216. The runs and RBIs you'd like to have more from. As a whole, the Yankees offense is not good. So like that's not helping the case at all. So yeah, in a small, like he's hitting $121 in August. That's really, really bad. So in a shallow league, I could see it. I have a tough time doing it. And I'd bench him before I drop him.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at too. But like you said, if you're in a shallow league, then I think it's definitely justifiable. Hitting 187 in the second half, and like you said, 121 in August is just absolutely brutal. We had some injuries, Bubba. Jacob deGrom left with triceps fatigue on Thursday after 32 pitches. We know this isn't great.
Yeah, he had a glute injury, and now his triceps hurt. And, it's what they tell you. The lower body leads to the upper body, Bogman. At least that's what I've been told. Obviously, my mid body keeps everything in the way. But, yeah.
I have my one ab. Yeah. It's just a lot of muscle. Right,
yeah. People have a beer belly. I got a keg. It's a difference. But, yeah, it doesn't look good for DeGrom. Doesn't look good at all.
Yeah, we also had Bryce Terang didn't play Thursday with a knee injury. He's going to have an MRI. Also missed the other day with a thumb injury. He's got head, shoulders, knees, and toes for Bryce Terang right now.
Yeah, put some bubble wrap on the boys because Milwaukee's. I want them to be healthy in the postseason. We need more of what we saw with Edwin Diaz in the ninth inning on Thursday against the Brewers. So hopefully the second opinion on the knee goes well for Trang.
Hunter Green gets TJ number 2. I mean, that's like, okay, Dynasty, he's going to miss all of 27 as well. I mean, we may also miss all of 27. So we'll see.
Stop it.
I don't want it. I hope it never happens. I hope we figure this out by January 1st is my hope.
It'll be
Get
by
a real
March.
free agency.
It'll be by March 15th at the latest.
Oh my God.
We'll play 140 plus games. I'll put
okay. All right. Yeah. Look, we'll take that. That's good enough for us.
That's my optimism these days, where everyone else thinks it's the end of the world. That's my optimism.
But I mean, what do you do with Hunter Green in like a dynasty? Do you just stash him? You can't trade him, right? Like he's not worth anything right now.
He's not worth anything. Like, honestly, I'd be willing to buy him for pennies if you can, just to see what he's got. But it's one of those, you said the key thing is number 2. It rarely gets better after number 2. Like, even Shane McClanahan's had 2 or maybe 3 now. Like, he pitches okay, but he's not dominant by any means. Like, where there's issues. So it sucks. And this is the age-old time. You throw hard often, the doctors come calling. And so here we go.
Shane McClanahan's got a punch card at Andrew's office there. Salvi Perez left Wednesday's game with an elbow injury. Royals were off Thursday. Hopefully this isn't anything long-term.
Yeah, it's easy. He's been dealing with it off and on for the last 2 months. So knowing Salvi, he doesn't miss games. It might affect his overall performance for you in fantasy, but he'll be back out there, if not Friday, probably Saturday.
All right. And then let's go to our home run calls of the day. Bubba, you kind of already previewed yours, so give it to us. What do you got?
Yeah, we're going with I call him AB Ortiz.
AB
is where I'm going with this one because I can't speak English, let alone other languages. So we try to keep things simpler on here. But AB Ortiz, I mentioned, he's already got the 4 home runs to start the year. He's got tons of power in the minors. Robert Stock is pitching for the Mets. Do not buy stock in this. Buy stock in Ortiz if you plan on this, because I think the Nats have a field day on Friday night. So have at it.
I'm going to go Jack Caglione plus 280. He's hitting 360. He has 364 ISO over the last 2 weeks, which is 9th in the league. Grayson Rodriguez is your starter for the Angels today. 188 homer per 9 is 7th worst of 74 qualified in the last month. Seth, can you throw up that leaderboard for us again? Obviously, your boy is not on here, but High Cubby still with the lead, 533. Lee and Jays fan tied at 44 here. B-Trot at 43. Solar Flare, who's here at 42. And Solar Flare, I will not mention a potential lockout again. I'm done with that. Never again. You got it. Razor Ramon is on here at 41. BD is in here. Life with 5. A lot of people in the chat are on this board. Jay Chow, I see as well. So congratulations, everybody. Great numbers here. These are incredible streaks. So good work, everybody. Let's go to our best bets of the day. Bubba, who do you have?
I liked. I was going to take strikeouts low. I saw your ladder, and I'm like, let's have some fun on a Friday.
Yeah!
I'll join the party. And it's a catch-22. I like yours because the opponent. Mine is Garrett Cole going up against the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, the Blue Jays strike out less than 20% of the time versus righties over the past month, but they're still not a good offense at all. And they're facing an ace in Garrett Cole, who is back, baby. I hate to break it to people. Since July 1st, took him a few games to get rolling. 53 strikeouts in 43 innings pitched for Garrett Cole. That's a whopping 27% K to walk. He's been going 6+ every time out there. He's back. He's an ace. Get after it.
Man, Welsh and I think I've told you this about my home league. So my home league, we do a first half and a second half. So the first half is Roto. We go all the way. To the break. One payout. A third of the pot goes to the Roto champ. Then we redraft after the All-Star game, usually on that Wednesday. Right after the All-Star game, we have our draft that night for the second half. You play 2 teams a week down the stretch, and then 6 teams make the playoffs, and we have like a normal playoff. So first half Roto, second half playoffs with a draft in the middle. Now, we had, we're drafting on Fantrax, and the players are not in the greatest order. Obviously no site is going to be ready completely to set you up for a second half draft. It's not their job, right? So you don't expect it. Dude, Garrett Cole, Welsh and I both noticed him on the list like probably 4 rounds after he should have gone. And it just so happened he was picking 2 picks before me. And Welsh got Garrett Cole, and I took stupid jabroni. So, I it just aggravates me every time I see Garrett Cole do something right. I will root for him tonight for you to win your bet, but I'm upset every time that I let him go and Welsh got him in that league. I am also going to ladder here. I'm going to ladder Sandy Alcantara against those Cincinnati Reds who we were just talking about, striking out a ton here. Luis Castillo struck out a ton of them. 6 is the number. That is minus 109, but I would go to 7 at plus 193 since he has a 27.4% K percentage over the last month. That is dead last in the MLB. They have struck out 7+ times in 7 of their last 9 games. That's 3 series. Sandy increased his K percentage to 21.4% in the second half from 18.4% in the first half. And August, he's up to 26.5%, his highest month so far. So Sandy is kind of hitting on all cylinders here. Garrett Cole has been really good since I decided to give him to the Welsh on accident. So these are a couple of really nice bets. Let us know what you guys are thinking for today. And look, because I'm hosting and we've run a little bit short here, definitely not going to hit that 50-minute marker for anybody. We got some time to answer some questions at the end here, so throw them out. What do you got? We do have one from Sir Samurai 650. Bubba here that says, which prospects do you guys expect to be called up this weekend? We're finally at the mark where ball clubs can call up prospects and still have them be rookie eligible for next season. So obviously the Welsh is a better answer than either of us here, but do you have a couple names in mind that you think are getting called up here?
Yeah, I check out the Welsh for sure on that one, but everyone wants to see Baez. They already said he probably won't be called up this weekend, but that's the one everybody wants to see. And then, we saw Culpepper come up with the Twins. They still have their big power hitting right fielder that could join them soon. And I don't know. We've seen so many keep getting called up. I'm not too anxious. Oh, Arias with Boston is also on the radar as well. You can only start Nick Sogard at second base for so long.
Yeah. Definitely. Why are they not calling up Baez? This was supposed to be a thing. Is it just to aggravate the fantasy people? Is that what it is?
Probably. And knowing the Cardinals, they think their outfield's full. So who can we get rid of? That's where their brain probably goes because they're a cheap franchise. They're successfully cheap. I'll give them that. But that's how they're operating.
How about this question from Bot Skogman to Casey Bubba? Don't know who that could be. What pitchers that are under rostered right now would you be adding for a playoff run?
For a playoff run? Well, this is a great question for Bot Skogman to ask me. But I made a list for my show last night. I think Patrick Sandoval is a guy that I would heavily look into. He has a really good schedule coming up. He has another 2-step to finish this week, but next week, the Giants, you want to target that as much as you can. The Yankees, which cannot hit at all, especially lefties. Seattle, so his next 3 starts, and then the Angels. Next 4 starts are great for Patrick Sandoval if you want to roll that way. Spencer Arrigetti's coming back from the IL potentially next week. If that interests anybody, I wouldn't go running to that. Jacob Lopez of the Athletics is another one that I'd really be taking a liking to. It's tough to throw these guys at home, fully get it, but next week he's at Houston, which is a must start for me. He's got a home start, but then it's at Texas and at Seattle the week after that. So 3 out of his next 4 starts are great for Jacob Lopez. You asked, so you shall receive. Tyler Mahle, talked about him earlier.
Yeah.
I'd be running to get that one taken care of. And then I think that's about the main 3. There's a handful of and Blade Tidwell, the Giants. It's not even a homer pick. He's pitched great in 2 starts. He's going to be stuck in that rotation. I really like the skills of that kid.
A couple other ones here from Joe G. Took my question. Would you drop Cam Smith for either Baez or Walker Jenkins when they get called? 12-team redraft roto.
I would if they're playing every day. Cam Smith, like everyone keeps saying, the underlying metrics, the StatCast, all that.
He's hot right now.
He is, but man, it's been such a bad season. So if he cools down again, a Baez or a Jenkins is very intriguing.
Is Corey Seager on? Corey Seager's on the wire. Is he worth it in a 10-team league from Solar Flare?
Right now, yeah, he's actually been hitting really well, and I am the biggest anti-Seager guy you'll probably find. But I'm also my phrase is also this is a business, fantasy baseball, and while he's hot off the wire, I'll pick anybody up. So I would never draft Corey Seager, but I pick him up off the wire.
Life with Fife drop Detmers for Cade Cavalli.
Ooh, that's a Spider-Man gif. I like both of them a lot. I'd probably rather have Cavalli, but I like both of them a lot.
And last one, Todd the Jackass, Sedan, Rafaela, or Jazz rest of the season.
Rafaela, easy.
Not even close, right?
Yep,
that was not even close. Yeah, that it's so weird to say at this point, but I don't think it's close anymore. So that is going to wrap it up for us today. Thank you, Bubba. This was a lot of fun, and thank everybody hanging out with us today. If you would like to support the channel, view us ad-free, and get better odds at winning our giveaways, please subscribe. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to our channel on Twitch. Absolutely FREE free with Prime Gaming. It's the easiest way to support us without spending an extra dime. Every sub helps us bring you more content. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. Sorry for all the overbetters. I talk really fast. I am the last guy you want to sit next to on an airplane because I won't shut up. But that is it for us today. We appreciate you. See you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody.
See you, everybody. We did it, Boggs.
We did it.
The over never hits unless the Welsh is here. Just remember that. Never hits.
Never hits.
Never
okay.
hits.
Well,
no. You and me, we're off about the same speed. I talk way too fast. So, yeah, I always tell people I don't know how you listen 2x speed when I'm on the air.
I couldn't do it. I'd sound like